We are currently investigating a homicide that took place at 221 West Kennedy Street early this morning. We have some new details to share with you this afternoon, and I'll try to go through it as best we can. At about 1:45 this morning, we got a 911 call to an address over in Croton Terrace. We're not going to release the exact address. That 911 call was from a woman who claimed that her grandson had come home and had said that a shooting had taken place or an attack had taken place at the house at 221 West Kennedy. There was a 7-year-old boy, ends up being the son of our victim. What happened was the little boy is telling us that he was in the house. 3 suspects entered the house, attacked his father. We now have the identity of the victim to release. His name is Jerry Mack. He's a 65-year-old male. He said that 3 suspects came into the house, attacked his father, and he was able to get out of the house after the attack was over. Grandmother's house, he was picked up by a good Samaritan that saw this little boy walking down the street at sometime around 1:40 to 1:45 this morning. He then put the little boy in his car and drove him over to the grandmother's house. That's a very important piece of information for us. We're asking the public, if there's anyone out there, or if that Good Samaritan hears this, we'd like to talk to that person. We'd like to know who the person is that picked up this little boy somewhere this morning between West Kennedy Street and Croton Terrace and then drove the little boy there. Because basically he dropped the little boy off and then he left the scene. We don't know who that person is right now. Right now, we have a lot to go through on this investigation. There's a lot of evidence to sift through, a lot of people to speak with. We believe that the motive at this point appears to be a robbery, but as we move forward in our investigation, we'll have a better idea on that. We still do not know what the cause of death is. The victim has been removed, and an autopsy will be performed by the Onondaga County Medical Examiner's Office, and determine exactly what the cause of death is. So at this point, we can't definitively say that it was a shooting or an attack of what type of attack it was. So that's something that, as we move forward in the investigation, we'll have more there. We are asking for the public's help on this case. We're asking anyone that may have heard anything, may have seen anything, anyone that knows any information about who these 3 dark-skinned suspects may be, to call us here in CID. We need the public's help on this case. At this point, the victim appears to have no criminal history. We have no reason to think that there be anything else involving this victim at this point. And again, as our investigation moves forward, we'll try to determine if there's any other motive other than robbery involved in this case.